In this video, we're going to be constructing a centroid of a triangle in Geogebra. First thing I want to mention is renaming your file. To do that, I want to go to File, Save As. You're going to make two decisions here. The first thing you're going to do is just choose a name for your file. I've instructed you to use your last name, first initial, underscore, then the word centroid. So please do that. Next, make sure you know where you're saving it. You should be saving it in your home directory, and you should know right where it is. If you want to create a new folder, that's fine, or however you want to do it, just so long as you know where it is in your home directory so that you're able to upload it when you're completed. Two other things I want to do before I get started. One is I want to get rid of these axes. I don't need them. So go to View and uncheck Axes, and they're gone. Last thing, just to make our picture look a little neater, I want to turn off labeling. I don't want to label in every object I create. It just makes the picture a little too busy. So I want to go to Options, Labeling, and I want to choose No New Objects. Okay, so do those two things before you get started. Now I want to make a centroid. I need to make a triangle. I'm going to do that using the Polygon tool. So select that. That's the fifth one over from the left. It gives you instructions over here whenever you choose a tool. It says select all vertices, then click first point again. So if you already have points created, you could select them to make a polygon. If you don't have points created, that's fine too. I can just click anywhere in the geometry window and get my 3 points. To finish your triangle, you want to go back to that first point, and that will finish the polygon. Okay? I'll point out a couple more tools to you. The Move tool or the Arrow tool. You can grab any of these points and manipulate them, move them around however you want. Change the angles, make things longer, make them shorter. Okay. So that's what the arrow tool is for. It's also used for selecting objects. Another tool to be familiar with, just comes in handy every now and then, is the Move Drawing Pad tool. You can grab anywhere in the drawing pad, left click, hold it down, and then move your mouse. And this just allows you to change your views. You could center an object, you could view an object that had gone outside the viewable area. So useful tools. If I'm going to make a centroid or construct a centroid, I need midpoints. Okay? I need midpoints so I can have medians, and then where the medians intersect will be the centroid. So to get a midpoint, I want the submenu. To get the submenu, hover your mouse until you see the red arrow. See how the white arrow turns red? Left click, and I want midpoint. And you can either click 2 points or you can click the segment. It's a little quicker to just click the segment. Right there, I just clicked it in the geometry window. I can also come over here and click the point in the algebra window. See how when I hover B, you can see how that line gets a little bit darker in the geometry window. Also, when I hover a segment over here, you can see it get highlighted in the algebra window. So those two windows kind of work together. Okay? It doesn't matter which window you click it in, you're going to get the midpoint. So there are my 3 midpoints. To get from midpoints to medians, I need segments. Not line, but segments. So go to the submenu. You want segment between 2 points. Okay? I'll click connect each midpoint to its opposite vertex. And there you go. You've got 3 medians, and you can see they're all concurrent in one point, and that's the point that we call the centroid. Okay, move around your triangle, they stay concurrent, and it always stays inside the triangle. It doesn't matter what happens, it'll never be external. I just want to put a point there, and I want to rename it, and we'll be done. Okay, to put a point there, I don't want to just use the point tool. I think we're a little safer using the Intersect 2 Objects tool. Intersect 2 objects. Now pick any 2 of your medians, it doesn't matter which ones. Pick any 2, click them, and you get a point. Okay? You'll notice over here it lists free objects and dependent objects. The free objects I can move with my Move tool or my Arrow tool. The dependent objects I can't. That's because they depend on where the blue endpoints are. So keep that in mind. You want to change a picture, you got to move these free objects. If you try to move one of the black ones, it won't work. Let's rename this point. To rename an object, I want to right-click it. Try that again. Okay, right-click the point and go to Rename. Okay, so hover over the point, right click and choose rename. I just want to change the word G to centroid, or the letter G to the word centroid, and that's it. Okay, save your file and then upload it to the SchoolFusion webpage and move on to the next construction.